Two superhero movies have come out in recent months, and both of them were pretty good. Wonder Woman and Spider-Man Homecoming. Wonder Woman came out first about a month ago, I think. It's been a while. It's been kind of a crazy couple months. I just went on vacation, just got back. I actually saw Spider-Man Homecoming while I was on vacation. My life is just too busy for me to watch superhero movies right when they come out. First, let's talk about Wonder Woman. I would say it's just pretty good. I said a while back in another video that DC needed something to get them back on track. They needed either Wonder Woman or Justice League or both to be really, really good, to get them in the right spot, I guess, because Batman v Superman was not very good and Suicide Squad was pretty bad. Wonder Woman did exactly what it was supposed to do. I didn't think it went above and beyond what it was supposed to do. I didn't think it underwhelmed me in any way. I was pleasantly surprised by how it was, but I wasn't like amazed or anything. It wasn't a Dark Knight movie or a Spider-Man 2 or anything like that, but it was just very, very good. Yeah, it was a very good origin story. For this character, it would be very easy to make Wonder Woman boring or too fantastic or too cheesy. It'd be very easy to make Wonder Woman very cheesy, but they didn't. And the World War I setting, I think, fit the movie really, really well. I don't want to spoil the movie. There were some parts that I really liked. There were some things that I didn't love, but the things I didn't love would actually get more into the spoilers of the movie, so I'm not going to talk about that. Basically, it's just a very solid movie. It is the best movie in the DCEU so far. Like, it is. I really like Man of Steel. Subjectively, like with my emotional attachment to Superman versus Wonder Woman, I do like Man of Steel better, but I know as films, I know Wonder Woman is a better film. Like, Man of Steel is not as good of a film as Wonder Woman, even though that I may like Man of Steel more because I just enjoy Superman more than Wonder Woman. Gal Gadot did a very good job. She just did very good. There wasn't a lot of bad acting for her. I didn't think she was that great in Batman v Superman. It was kind of more of a no comment performance. She was fine. Her character didn't even need to be in the movie anyway. But in this movie, she did do very, very well. Also, Chris Pine is really, really good. I love his character in that movie. He's basically just playing Captain Kirk in this movie, and he plays Captain Kirk really well. So yeah, he just does well. He shines. The action in Wonder Woman is very, very well done. I'd say that's probably the only thing. I'll get into Spider-Man Homecoming in a minute, but if I could pick one thing that Wonder Woman did do better than Spider-Man Homecoming, it was the action. Some people complained about too much slow motion in the movie and the action scenes, but I actually thought I thought the slow-mo was really cool. I think if they would have done just a little bit more, it would have been too much slow-mo. But I think the amount that they had was perfect, and I am a sucker for really good slow motion that looks really cool, and it did look really cool. Hopefully it's a learning experience for the DC executives. I really hope that now they know that if they give a director creative freedom on their movie, they will end up with good movies. Like Patty Jenkins, from what it sounds like and from what I've heard, she had a vision for this movie, and that vision was carried out, and she was allowed to do what she wanted with the movie. So yeah, that's all I gotta say about Wonder Woman, really. It's just very solid. It's good. Now to Spider-Man Homecoming. I don't know if you guys know this, but I love Spider-Man. Spider-Man is my favorite superhero. Spider-Man's awesome. Spider-Man Homecoming was really, really, really good. I enjoyed it much better than Wonder Woman. And Wonder Woman was solid. Wonder Woman was good. I enjoyed Wonder Woman. Yeah, Spider-Man Homecoming was just really, really good. Tom Holland was very good as Peter Parker. He's supposed to be 15. He plays a very good 15-year-old. I'm 16. I was 15 6 months ago. His Peter Parker is different than the other Peter Parkers. Tobey Maguire was extremely geeky and nerdy. And then Andrew Garfield, he was hipster. He was nerdy but not geeky. I love Spider-Man. I enjoyed both of those performances by those actors. But I feel like Tom Holland, he's also just a normal high school kid. That's another thing about this movie. The high school, the portrayal of high school is extremely accurate. All the actors in the high school look like high schoolers. Some of them probably were high schoolers or just out of high school, just very young looking people. All of the characterization of the high school characters was very realistic. Yeah, it's great. My only gripe with Peter Parker is that he was a little annoying. Maybe it's his voice. Tom Holland has a very high-pitched voice. He was a little annoying in the fact that he was complaining a lot, or like, I don't want to be treated like a kid, which actually is kind of the central theme of the movie, that don't try to grow up too fast is kind of the theme of the movie. That's probably my only thing about Tom Holland's Peter Parker that I didn't like. The Vulture Michael Keaton was very, very good. He's one of the better Marvel villains, I think, and he was a solid villain for this movie. I wish we could have had more of him and learn more about him as a character. He was in the movie pretty sparingly. He's in the beginning of the movie. Then he's kind of in the movie pretty sparingly because we're focusing on Peter's life a lot. He's just kind of in the background for probably the entire second act, and then in the third act, he's in the movie more, and except that's more of in the context of the final battle. You know, I can't spoil the movie, but there was a scene with Peter and the Vulture, and it was probably one of the best scenes in the movie. It was really, really good. Michael Keaton is just a very good actor, and Tom Holland is also very, very good. Wish we could have had more of that, more of the Vulture as a character, just getting to know him and getting more depth into his character. But still, I don't have very much to complain about him. He was good enough in the movie that I wanted more of him, is essentially what I wanted. There's just a lot to love about this movie. Spider-Man himself is good. The suit, I liked it in Civil War, but I still hadn't like fully accepted it. Like it's a fine suit, it's okay, it's just different. I accepted it more in this movie, mostly because it didn't look so CG'd. It looked better. It looked like a Spider-Man suit. It was good. This isn't an origin movie. We don't see Uncle Ben die again. We don't see all that stuff. But it is kind of an origin movie of Spider-Man figuring out who he is and what he's supposed to do and things like that. The suit with Tony Stark, there's a lot of features on it that he doesn't really know about. And there's several fun scenes of him figuring that out and learning these new things. I'm rambling a lot, but yeah, it's just a really, really good movie. As far as how it stacks up against the other Spider-Man movies, I like Spider-Man 1 and 2 a lot. I also like Amazing Spider-Man 1 a lot. I know Spider-Man 3 and Amazing Spider-Man 2 are not that good. I do not enjoy Spider-Man 3, but I do enjoy Amazing Spider-Man 2. I have made a video in the past talking about that. I think Amazing Spider-Man 2 works. But this movie is better than Spider-Man 3 by a long shot, better than Amazing Spider-Man 2 by a long shot. It is... I enjoy Spider-Man 1 and Amazing Spider-Man. Spider-Man 2 is the best Spider-Man film. Everyone says that, but that's because it's true. It's just a very good movie. Spider-Man 1 is kind of cheesy, but I love it. It's one of my favorite movies still. And Amazing Spider-Man is also good. I enjoy that movie a lot. It tries to be pretty dark and it tries to be like The Dark Knight, but I think that movie's very good. I would say that this is either the second or third best Spider-Man movie. I would say, in my mind, it probably goes Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man Homecoming. So this is probably the third best Spider-Man movie in my opinion. And then Amazing Spider-Man, then Amazing Spider-Man 2, then Spider-Man 3. But still, this is a very, very good movie. It's not just a very good Spider-Man movie, it's just a good movie. It's very fun. It's even a solid Marvel movie. There's lots of connections to the MCU in the movie, but not too many. I thought this movie stands alone well as a Spider-Man movie, but also connects well to the Marvel Universe, which is nice. That's actually kind of what I hoped for, that it wouldn't be too much of an MCU movie, but it also wouldn't be so detached that you wouldn't know it was an MCU movie. Iron Man is in the movie, but it's in the movie pretty sparingly, and it's really nice that he's in the movie pretty sparingly. Having him in the movie was a good choice. Having him not in the movie too much was also a very good choice. Overall, yeah, it's just a great movie. This is a non-spoiler thing because both of these movies are still in the theaters. This is a non-spoiler review. I wish I could get into the spoilers because they're especially with Spider-Man Homecoming. It's really good. Go watch it. It's very good. But yeah, that's about all I have. This video was unscripted and without an outline. This is the first time I've ever done a video completely off the cuff. And if you haven't noticed, the video may look a little differently. I just spent $500 on a DSLR camera, a Canon 700D, which is the European version of the Canon T5i. I got it on Amazon. It's really, really nice. I'm really happy with it. And I should be recording the rest of the Film Rants videos with this camera. And I'm really excited about that. If you liked this chaotic mess that you just watched, please like, subscribe, and comment. I think that's about it. Have a good week. Bye.